Something's happening on my phone. I need to be more medicated. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I've used up almost all my data for the month, and the month just started. Yay, me. That's probably why. Because I'm on here. Going live. Like, anyways, paying attention. Any freaking way. I made some yummy food. Some yummy chili. Man, this stuff is good. Man, this stuff is good. It's really good. My plants are getting, my children are getting big. They're so pretty. You should see them. Look at this god-awful mess back here. You see this? Do you see this? Okay. Really, I can't wait to get rid of that. And I have no animosity about who put it there, but really? Come on now. How old are you? Now, I get what was written there, but I'm just saying. Tragedy. All I can say is bad stuff is about to happen. And not really. I mean, bad stuff is going to happen to people who rely on the construct, the way, the greed breeder way. That's what I'm trying to get to. Those people, those kind of people, they're going to be in trouble. Like those ones that are like so into, oh my God, my whole life revolves around the internet. My whole life revolves around some kind of technological something. And it's going to be no good. I gotta go soon. Let's go look at the girls. Man, it's gotta go. I let a wasp out because I don't kill stuff. Yeah, I don't kill bugs because that's a life and I ain't trying to be a murderer. I know that sounds weird, right? Ugh, it is terrible. Like, I could do no harm. It's like, okay, well, that's extended to more than just humans, because humans aren't the only thing that's important, which I really don't find anything important. Where's the keys? Alright. Can't get in the room without the keys. I gotta hold on to them bitches. Ding. I should have me an RFID to get in this sucker. That would be so cool. I'd be excited. I need to check in here anyway. It smells like something's burning. And that's why I don't want my children too far away from me, ever. Why? Because something might happen and I gotta save them. I can't even get in the dang room. I don't think anybody else could either. Are you serious right now? I feel like a mentally challenged person. And I don't have a problem with that, okay? I love everybody. Ooh, I love this room. It's so pretty. I can't unzip. Well, I can have one, but no. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. Dug it so big. I don't care what you say. They're not the same size. They're not the same size. And I ain't drinking that much. Well, Ashley is. Ashley's drinking. She's drinking heavy. She's a little alcoholic. No, she's a plant food-aholic. Children. It's Cody. Look. Oof. Look at that. Wow. Can you see it? Shoot. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. It's Gorilla Glue number 4. Look at that. That is just... Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, what is going on? Little dry patch. You need a shower, baby. Oh, look at you. You're so beautiful. Getting thick, thickening up. See, it was real thin. Now it's getting all thick. And this one's always been, actually, hers has always been, she had a thick stalk to start off with. She is freaking gorgeous. Oh my god. And she's starting to fan out. See, earlier, I don't know if you look at the videos, but this was kind of like empty, and this, can you see it? It's kind of empty in this area, and it's kind of like pulled itself around. Like the leaves have moved around to fill in that area, which was what I was hoping it was going to do, because it needs to, like, I don't know, fill out in here. See how it, to me, I feel like it needs to fill out some, not like in here, but it'll probably be okay. She's still gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, just wow. Ugh. And the Pineapple Express, well, they're all just doing amazing. I just cannot, yes, see, I think I was referred to as a newbie because I'm so excited about it. She's drinking like crazy. She's drinking like crazy. Well, I guess they're doing all right. Looks like I might see some roots going on this one. So it might be getting close to time to repot these too. But I just feels like I just done that. Yeah, I see some roots going on in this one. I may have to. Of course, I ain't nobody. I gotta call. I mean, I gotta talk to somebody about it. Maybe I should wait till it gets like all rooted up in here. Man, they look good, girl. Pineapple Express. She's really bushed out. Let's see if you can see it. Ooh, I'm gonna fall down. There's too much crap on the ground. Beautiful. You're so beautiful. Yeah, that Pineapple Express is getting close to the light. He wants the light. Girl, look at, I can't believe how much this stem is thickened up too. I mean, she's barely moving and she's got full fan, which I'm going to have to watch that. She'll get dry ends like right here. I got to check to make sure she ain't like the fishing in something. Gorgeous. I think I need to put this one back on full fan. I'm crappy at this. Look at that psycho. Hey, Gaddy. What's going on? You gotta talk to the plants. You gotta tell them how beautiful they are. And how it's because they grow a lot when you talk nice to them. It's pretty interesting. They're so responsive to being told that I love you and you're beautiful. They are too. All the babies. Yep, I'll probably have to feed you. Wow, she is filled out perfectly. I suck at this. Nobody wants to see the fan, Jennifer. I don't want to see these plants either. Maybe he gives a shite. Wow, I can't believe how big they're getting. I'm so excited. Daddy, you are in the way. say hello to my little friend. Oh, and get in the shower. You need a shower. Make sure there's enough water. I need to figure out how I can mount a time lapse. That's what I'd like to do is have time lapse in here. It's shower time, baby. Maybe. They love this. They seem to, anyway. I ain't hearing any flack about it. It's a joke. The plants can't talk to me, right? Or can they? When I did trim, I felt one of their plants needed water, and I was just I was touching it, but yeah, and I was like, I think this plant needs water. It felt like it was screaming it needed water. I know, that's weird, right? Because I'm what? Weird! Which is probably why I need this freaking plant. You enjoying your shower? Oh, this is getting heavy on my hand. It's killing me. Beautiful babies. Yeah, look at that. They're so pretty. Oh God, my hands are hurting. Ooh, wow, I look crazy. Interesting. Anyway, I don't know about this. Change that a little bit. It's probably better. She's getting blown so much, but look at you. Yep. Oh, just not even looking at nothing. That's some booty smack. Don't mess with my camera. Cute. Move it, Gaddy. No, you get out of this room now. There's nowhere to... there's nowhere to go over there. Get out. Get out of there. I gotta lock the door. I gotta lock the door because, you know... Damn stuff. Ridiculous stuff. Okay, so... What do I want to talk to you? Okay, what's with this? Trump wants to deploy B-52s to Europe? I mean, I think it's saying Putin said, no, if you put any B-52s or anything to do with nuclear or anything, it's going to cause problems. So what the fuck is he doing? I seen it on the news. I mean, the little news thing. I'm like, Are you paying attention? I don't think so. We got idiots gambling with your life. Your life. Not necessarily theirs, because they can jump on their 747 freaking haul booty over to somewhere where it's not getting bombed, like Switzerland or some shit. I mean, come on. The insanity, people. You are disposable. The end. No, Getty, don't do it. You're disposable. I'm disposable. Everybody's disposable. You're definitely disposable. Okay? You are a tax asset. As long as you are a good tax asset. The most successful people have the most successful conformists have the most stuff. Okay? Just realize that. They've mastered conforming. They've mastered ass kissing. All them, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. They've mastered it. And God forbid trying to be the change that you want to see in the world, because people are like, what the hell are you doing? We don't understand that. We're used to criminal. We only speak criminal. We only understand criminal. It's true, though. I really need my hookah. Now apparently I upset somebody. I can't imagine me saying anything that would upset anybody. But I got a subscriber and a like on my first video, basically, and lost it in the same video. I was just like, wow, what could I have said that was so dramatic that you would retract that? Which I really don't care. It's okay. My life doesn't depend on whether or not you like my video or not. So yay me. That thing needs to be washed. But my eyeballs are green. Oof. It ain't all that. Let's see. Okay, so anyway. I don't know what to tell you today, other than B-52s being deployed to the Europe area. In Europe, you in trouble, which I don't think so, because they ain't gonna do shit. But why would you have to do shit? You got dudes. What else is there? You know, nuclear is gonna ruin the environment. Nobody wants that shit. So why not use dudes? It's clean. It's a clean. Whoosh, and it's gone. Whoosh, you're gone. Bad guys beware, because laser, bam, all electromagnetic fields that hold your cells together, poof, they're all gone. They're gone. And yeah, I challenge people to watch the Iron Man movies now. I want you to look. The War of the Worlds, of course, that's classic dudes right there. I mean, and then they showed, okay, so what do they do? In that movie, War of the Worlds, they talk about, yes, there's going to be some random rants, just like it says on the freaking description. Because I like to be random, because everything leads to everything else. Okay, so in War of the Worlds, they show two different concepts of things to come, should I say, okay, or revelations that they're trying to tell you. No less than two. And the first one is the dues, where you see the aliens, you know, that sound, you always hear that sound, and then the people are like, and they turn into dust. Well, that's what happens when you break the molecular bonds of the cells, and that's what dues does. It just destroys as far as I know, that's how it works, okay? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure no matter what, that capability is out there. Okay, so now you look at Iron Man stuff, okay, so they got this frequency, okay, if I don't know which one it was, but they show where he's got this the bad guy puts the earpiece in and he goes, I really wish you would have let us develop this, Tony. You're selfish with your whatever. And it sent a frequency into his brain and it started turning his head purple and shit. They have these capabilities and they're telling you what they can do, and that's the reason why they make these freaking movies, is they're communicating to each other about their advancements without, I mean, it's okay, it's no different than in Roman times or when they had hymns talking about their accomplishments and their world wars and their they're just their stelas where they show, depicting and telling the stories about their triumphs and stuff. It's the same concept. You got a muse, and that's what they are. They put their accomplishments in the music. You can look at Lana Del Rey. She's talking about daisy chains. What do you think that's talking about? Daisy chains. That's talking about CERN. Okay, so we're gonna wrap you up in daisy chains. I'm telling you, these people are communicating. The bad guys are communicating via music, the music industry, and they usually have their own patron. Like I think Lana represents Rome and or the Vatican, and then you've got what's her face? She sings Lord. She represents, of course, the British. And then, matter of fact, I think she come out with that song. There was a song she come out with, and she was talking about, that song was talking about Elon Musk coming on the scene. Listen to the lyrics and think that they're communicating. If you listen to music, certain music, not all music, certain music, representative music, then like even Eminem, his recent song with Venom, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And let me tell you why. Because there's a big deal going on in India, and there's between India and Pakistan, which means there's some nuclear unrest going on there, which is stupid because they're not going to use nuclear. I mean, actually, honestly, they probably don't give a shit anyway because they're already destroyed the environment over there. It is just catastrophic how just garbage it is. And the U.S. is probably, that's going to be the holy grail because they've been letting China and Taiwan and Thailand and all these other freaking places take the heat on the pollution, even though our infrastructure is failing miserably. Over there, they got all the high toxins and high chemicals in the freaking water, and they've just decimated their area, which is just ridiculous. I mean, if you even watch the videos of that freaking place, I mean, that if an epidemic needs to happen, it's probably, they've got so many people, they can't even transport them. I mean, you should see when their trains roll down the tracks, and some of them are like they ain't even going straight. And you've got humans packed in there like sardines, and you got them lined. I mean, women with babies hanging off of them and shit. And I'm just like, and they're on top of this fast moving chain, and they're all just laying down on top of this thing. And you're thinking, what in the world is going on? You think you having a bad day having to travel? Have to get up on top of a moving vehicle, not a moving vehicle, but it's gonna be moving with some toddlers and shit. I'm just saying, your life is easy, so quit bitching, okay? Because it's a lot worse. You could be bathing in the Nile or some shit. You can't, and you don't have a choice. Or wherever them people bathe, and then they come out with these freaky little kids and all this stuff. So don't think your environment is so bad. There's far worse. So you can have all that foo-foo plastic bullshit that you guys consume on the daily. So now you're going to have to watch to see, and they tell you what's going to happen if you listen to music and pay attention and look at the content, especially of Marvel. I mean, they're telling stories. They're telling stories. I mean, if you understood that it's all esoteric and they're telling you stories, but it's not really stories that, I don't know how to explain it. So we're not going to explain it right now. I'll get into that some other time. But if you pay attention, you'll see it. It unfolds. They tell you what's going to happen before they do it. It's like this unstated requirement that they tell the course of what's happening, what they want to happen, what's going to happen. It's like they're dictating ahead of time what's going to happen next. So, and the more you believe in something, the more people that believe in that something, the more likely it will sustain manifestation, is more likely to come into manifestation if everybody is on the same page, focusing on the same thing. See, they know how this shit works, and they're working it, but see, they're working it with people who don't know how it works, and that would be you, or some of you, probably not all of you, but some of you. See, now I figured it out, but I'm not saying no, but see, I don't claim any knowledge at all. It comes from somewhere else. I'm just a conduit. It comes out, I know it, but it ain't from me. It's not mine. Whatever that is, that however I obtain information, it's not because I'm necessarily special in some way. I've just, maybe, I don't know, I can cleared out my system enough where my antenna is better than some people's. I think that's probably more than likely the scenario here. But whatever, it doesn't matter. All I know is I know stuff. I'm the finder of lost things, and I am an extreme lucky charm. You just ask me, I'm gonna find it. And I'm not sure how I do it. That's why I said it has nothing to do with me. It's some external force. It's like it's like, I don't know, it's like tapping into everything around you. It's like, I don't know, like it sends out a signal like, here I am, I'm over here, and then I pick up on it and there it is. It's really weird, okay? I don't know. I mean, I have some theories, but it's not supernatural, it's just biological. And supernatural because you're conscious or whatever. That's the supernatural part about it, because they can't define the soul technically. You know what I mean? So that's the supernatural part about it. But I can't say that animal, my cat, doesn't have a personality, or that she doesn't have an identity. How could I say that? You know, she's not a she anymore, she's an it, because she has no female organs. She has the reminiscences of femininity. But honestly, I think all that bullshit is ridiculous too. That whole obsession with gender obsession is just freaking, my head wants to spin off out into the universe somewhere, because I'm just like, listen, the only time that sexual orientation matters is when you're gonna have what? Sex. Okay? So all the other times, when you're walking down the street, or you're going to work, or you're driving down the road, or whatever you're doing, okay? Unless you're having sex or you're trying to have sex, those two times, the only time sexual orientation should matter. Why else would it matter? Otherwise, let's say I have no sexual, you just see my head. If you didn't know that I was a girl and I didn't have like a soft, sultry voice or whatever, makeup, hair, whatever, would it really, with my mouth moving and me talking, does it matter really what my sexual orientation is? Shouldn't matter. If I'm debating quantum physics, does it matter whether or not I'm male or female? Or does some some biological freaking thing happen that I can't logically discuss, or without, oh, well, my vagina says, spooky action at a distance is asinine. Okay, well, that's illogical right there in itself. But the whole point is I've made my point. There's no there. I can't make my point any more blatant. Um, so all you people, lesbians and bisexual, get over it. No, I'm tired of hearing about your sexual preferences. I'm really not interested. I don't give a crap what you do in the bedroom. Not interested. You don't have to blare it. I didn't blare that I was heterosexual. Do I need an advertisement? I mean, really? Do I? I mean, 'cause it gets kind of old. I get tired of hearing it. That and the whole color thing. I'm colorblind. And when you're being an asshole, it don't matter what color you are, you're being an asshole. Why does color have to come into it? What ethnicity? Who gives a shit about that too? When your mouth is moving and you're saying something logical or illogical, does it ever freaking matter what color you are? What your orientation of sexual business is? Does it matter any of that stuff? No. That is a brain having a conversation with another brain. Or am I wrong here? I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. Ooh, yeah, I got rid of some of that implosion. Oh, God. It hurt a lot. That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here multitasking. I'm taking care of myself while taking care of y'all. And how am I taking care of you? By informing your mind that you are illogical by your current course in this construct. It is ridiculous. I can't even. I sit back and I'm like, oh my God, I would hate to have to be obsessing about half that dumb shit y'all obsessing about. You ain't got time to live because you obsessing about dumb shit. 99.999, all the way up until you shut off that idiot thing that you're sitting there looking at right now. Unless you're constructively learning information that's going to better your life or someone else's, what else is there? I mean, otherwise it's just a distraction. And that ain't got nothing to do. There's nothing wholesome going on with technology. Ain't nothing better. Like, for every better thing you think technology is giving you, there's 10,000 things that makes it bad. Okay? Just the manufacture of it. Okay? And until you realize, okay, that you are going to have to get back to grassroots mentality, you are going to be lost in the sea of greed. Do you understand? I'm hoping you're understanding that, okay, because the more consumed by the construct or the veil, the whatever, the distraction, you know what I'm talking about. And don't play dumb. Nobody needs to be playing dumb. You know what's going on. That's the reason why the Bible says watch out for the veil. Because guess what the veil is? It's AI. It not anymore. I mean, like, it might not have been. No, it was always the AI. Okay, maybe not artificial, but it's whatever, that thing. But now you've got artificial intelligence on the internet, and if you need to watch the movie The Host. That'll tell you exactly what that movie like tells you what it is that unseen web, but they add blue crystalline light to it. and they show you what the soul basically looks like. If you had the sight to see the soul, the aura, the soul, the light, because that's all you are is light. The only reason why you can be seen is because your light is dimmed by carbon. Okay? Let your head explode around that one. Excuse me. Some keto coffee had to escape. Gaddy, what is with you? You have food. You got water. What you need? Love? Come here. Oh, God. I gotta move anyway. Oh, no! No! Psycho. I gotta put it back behind me. Let's see what's going on back here. See? This chair is like the best chair ever to do yoga in. Minus the cat. My leg is all back behind me. And then my leg is all up in front of me. It's really good. See? Get out of the way, cat! You're just looking for something to mess with. Okay, so anyway. You can't wait until the last moment to prepare. Like, you need to start preparing your mind. Like, I've been like starting to move into training into not eating in consecutive days, drinking lots of extra water. Why? Because you need to prepare for the event. It's not hurting you. You can go 3 days without eating before maybe potentially adverse. Now see, I take my water, I'll take 32 ounces of water, and it'll be probably 3/4 distilled, and then the last remaining 1/4 would be well watered, which is appears to be higher in calcium, which is fine. And then I add these things. I add concentrates, trace mineral drops, and I also, which seems like it's overkill, but I have a lot of problems, and I'm trying to do the most natural thing possible. And then I use also no muscle cramps. And this is the only maker right here. This is the only people I trust. Everything else I've tried tastes like crap to me. Now this stuff makes it taste, water taste, people think it tastes salty, which it is. That's what minerals are. Is what? They're cellular salts. Okay? And that is the only reason why you consume food. Okay? You consume food to get the minerals. And then you consume food also to get the fat content of food. Okay? Because the water-based minerals, the waters nourish, and the oil-based, vitamin A, like, I can't stress how sweet potatoes and yams are like your best friend ever. Like, that is like the best food you could eat ever. So you got avocados, sweet potatoes, carrots, high-fat vegetables. Look, the things that heal you, what is it? Oil-based. Anything oil-based is going to heal the body. You got vitamin A, and then you got vitamin E. Okay, look at all those are the ones that are the healers of inside the body. So, and outside, the healers of the body. So that should tell you something about how you should eat. So we haven't been consuming soybean oil ever. It is a scapegoat for peanut oil, which is way better for you. And soybeans should not, unless it's a fermented soybean product, you should not be consuming it. I don't care what, no matter what. And see, these people, these men, especially men, women too, but especially men, that male pattern balding, they've been putting soybean oil in the food for long enough that you've got this habitual male pattern balding. And it's because even women, when they get too much estrogen, bad shit happens. And the same thing happens to men. bad shit happens. They get prostate cancer, they get breast cancer, male pattern balding, same happens. You eating shitty freaking oils. Your body needs two things: minerals and oils. That's it. That's the only thing it needs. Okay? Now, something else I need to tell you is very important. If somebody says, or a doctor says, you have high cholesterol, bad cholesterol. Okay, let me explain cholesterol. HDLs and LDLs are produced by the liver. And that's the first target of disease is the liver, because everything trickles down from there pretty much. I mean, you can start in the esophagus, but it's definitely up here. Death begins in the colon, but resonates right here in this area. The liver, HDLs, those are the guys that goes out, oh no, something's broken, we gotta go fix it. So they go out, HDLs, they're what? It's an oil. It's a cholesterol. Hello, it's an oil. So it is a healer. So it goes out and it says, okay, all right, we fixed this up. Okay, now here comes LDLs. Here comes LDLs. LDLs come out. They're the ones, that's the cleanup crew. That's the people who are picking up the shit and the bullshit and taking it to be disposed of. Okay, so now they put you on a statin. Okay, now you stop producing LDLs. What are you doing? You're getting fucking cancer. And that's the reason why they pulling the shit. Okay? They're like screaming. I see them every day on the news thing. Another statin drug pulled, it causes cancer. No, it doesn't cause cancer. No, it doesn't. It stops you from killing the freaking cancer. It stops you. Listen, if they're telling you that you got too much, listen, if your body is producing too much LDLs, leave it alone. You need to take certain things, and I can tell you what you need to take to keep it under control. But I'm telling you one thing, do not listen to them. Your body is trying to defend itself from something. Stop eating garbage food. Arugula. Buy it, eat it, straight out of the container, ram it in your freaking mouth, and chew on it. It's really spicy, it's kind of yummy. It's actually, it's even for women, but it's really good for men. But you have to understand what the things are inside your body that makes it work. And nitrogen is number one. Well, they don't, okay, so you get nitrogen or nitrates, which is then in turn is supposed to off-gas nitrogen, which is what's supposed to puff up your veins and make them all, viable to move not oil, but blood and oxygen through the body. Okay, so here we are, and you don't have enough nitrogen. Well, I get nitrates from the meat. Those are the bad kind of nitrates. Okay, don't eat that crap. It's not for you. Okay, you're basically, I ate meat, and I do eat meat, but you've got to focus that you've got to eat more greenery than meat. Peanuts, peanut butter. Now, not any peanuts, because some of them are bad. Don't eat pistachios. They jack up your freaking estrogen. And they are been pushed like no other. You want to eat something? Eat cashews. Sweet, creamy, beautiful, high in magnesium, high in calcium. It's like the perfect nut. Okay? Can't be any better. You see, you have to be careful. The reason why people get clogged arteries, I'm going to tell you this too. It's so simple. Really, it's so simple. So you have an imbalance of your magnesium, calcium, potassium, sodium, those four. When you start getting that shit happening, that means you've got too much calcium and too much shitty freaking food. You got soybean oils and lard is better for you. Your body knows what to do with that. It's natural body fat. That's all. That's all it is. Whereas what they've done to a soybean, they have to clean it and make it smell better and make it to where it's more palatable. They have to do all kinds of sanitizing that mess, okay? And it's not good for you. It is not good for you. Stop eating it. Don't eat it. it's not good. Okay, so anyway, so the bad cholesterol, in theory, gets bombarded, and it's like an electrical bond happens between the two, the calcium and the bad cholesterol, because there's an imbalance of cellular salts. If you don't have proper balance within the blood and the body, you're not nothing's gonna work right, and they are counting on that you don't know shit, you don't want to know shit, you just, oh, I trust them, they know what they checked, we got the FDA, they making sure I can eat this and it's safe. No, the fuck they ain't. Okay? They're making sure that no uber traumatic shit's gonna happen. They actually don't know, and they really don't care. They get paid off. Okay? So all that, don't think that you better do your research. Don't rely on somebody else to do it for you. I eat very little, and I won't eat garbage food. I just I don't have any use for it. If it's gonna cause me a physical problem, it can just go the I'm not interested. I suffer too much pain, and like I used to blow up like a big old balloon. I can't believe I just seen videos of me just a couple of months ago, and my boobs were huge, and my body was huge. I was just like, wow, I can't even believe how, significant differences in my body. Like I've almost completely eliminated inflammation in my body, and my mobility, my stability has increased. But I've been doing a lot of yoga, and I do dance. I work my body out because I feel better by doing it. And in the coming days, you better be, the only thing you got is your body coming up. Coming up, you better master that body, because that body's gonna be your worst freaking enemy. You're sitting there popping them pills, yeah, doctor. What happens when everything goes to shit? China stops sending in the drugs, because guess what? Colorado, they do produce a lot of that stuff. There's some in Georgia. There's some all over the United States. But guess what? You're going to have strikes everywhere. The dollar's going to be nothing, or even if it is something, the inflation rate is going to be astronomical. So it's not even going to freaking matter whether or not you got a dollar. It's not going to be worth a dollar. It's not worth a dollar now. It's not going to be worth nothing. So you better know how to take care of yourself, grow your own stuff, be very minimalized. Don't care. You better have you some walkie-talkies with people who you care about, okay? And or some kind of analog way of contact, or you need to have a backup plan, because the backup plan is, for this country, we're supposed to have militia. Okay, so we're supposed to have militia for the state, but the state is run by the feds. So I noticed in my travels, though, there's a lot of every time, it was really weird how I would see in some strategic places, like Estes Park was one of them, they'd have military grade shits in there. I was like, what's going on here? I got some pictures. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Instead of putting my face on here, is I'm going to start putting my voice, and not my face. Show my pictures of my travels. I used to have a lot of hair, and I ain't got hardly any anymore. I know. She's telling me not to cry about it. That's what she just said. Don't cry about it. I can't believe I lost a subscriber. That was so funny. And they retracted that up button. I said something. I would like to know what I said. That was so offensive. because I want to hear him cry about it. Yeah, I know that sounds terrible, but I can say it if I want to. Why? Because I can. Why not? Why would you not say anything? Because you know what? If you spent all your time trying not to hurt people's feelings, you'd be so pinned up inside. Why you gotta worry about everybody else's feelings? Why? Why? It's like, damn, that is a full-time job, no freaking benefits, because you all pin up. If somebody messes up, you need to handle that shit right then. Don't let that shit linger. I got a boo. Look at that boo-boo. Oh my god. Anybody watching anyway, so which is fine too. I have this on here for posterity, so I can see how crazy as hell I was later. Or somebody can look and see how crazy as hell I am. Yeah, this is a tragedy. I don't know how to fix it. It's growing like crazy though. My hair's growing like crazy. It's good. It looks healthy for the most part. It's not breaking off it anymore. But I also don't have the Sally's freaking hair straightener. I mean, curling iron raking across it either. There's something going on with that. I think there was something wrong with the temperature regulator on that, and it got too hot and it cooked my freaking hair. Cause it's the only hair that breaks off. It's the very ends and on the top hair, like right here. The rest of my hair is amazing. Now, it did make my hair, the actual hair shaft, seem thinner. So, I mean, that was one thing that I've noticed. I think Ashley noticed it too. So did Getty, didn't you? It's so funny. Are you funny, Getty? I know you are. You love me? Yeah, you're breathing heavy now. You love me, Getty? Tell me. Tell me you love me. Do it. Getty. I'll give you a treat. You want a treat? Say you love me. See? Greed eater. That's exactly what that is right there. Pavlov dog much? Just saying. She still didn't do it. Why? Because she's okay. And she's what? Because I don't perform for no shits. Where's all my hair? It's gone. I need to go finish making cheesecake. I ground up all the. I like a ground nuts. I like to do a nut flour pecan. But I actually added other nuts on it this time. I put some, which is really, okay, so I put cashews, pecans, what was the other thing? Cashews, pecans, oh, and Brazilian nuts. Man, Brazil nuts, oh, they're really expensive, but the selenium, they have really high selenium. They're creamy, and when you bite into them, they're really creamy. Not creamy like gross, like ew, something just oozed in my mouth. I'm just saying when you bite down on it, it's like pure, almost like the best kind of oil for you. I'm telling you, eat Brazil nuts. I mean, if you're gonna spend your hard-earned money on anything, Brazil nuts and cashews. Those are really the only two I probably get. Yeah, and they're safe for dogs and, humans. Whereas some nuts are not good for dogs, so you gotta be watching that, especially if you're gonna have a dog for the unexpected idiots that try to come around. Just saying. I got an attack cat right here. I mean, there's a dog down there, but he ain't scared. I mean, no, he's scared. He's scared of everything. He's scared of wasps. He's scared of, if I freak out, like, one time there was a spider on the ground, and he's sitting there, I'm like, oh, a spider, he's right next to you. And he like jumps up and freaking loses his mind. He's like jumping around like a girl. I was like, you're an attack dog? I don't think so. He needs training. I need to get a book. I mean, I got a magazine on dogs, but that doesn't count. Well, I guess I'm done talking to nobody. Like always, I sit here all by myself with the animals and my children. The plants. Somebody's actually here. What? Hello. After an hour. Congratulations. Oh, and now they're gone. Oh, freaking well. Don't care. It's all good. We already seen the plants. What else is there? We can go watch. You can watch me make cheesecake. Should probably just wrap this up. I made homemade chili with brisket. Oh my god, it's so good. With brisket and filet mignon. Oh wow. I mean, it is stunningly good. And I'm making cheesecake. Man, that's gonna be good too. I cranked. That's the reason why I needed to get medicated, because my forearms were hurting from cranking the nut crusher. A nut crusher. Yeah, it's funny. And I'm gonna go make it by hand. I got a zester. Man, I love that thing. You know what I found? Something that's really yummy. I take xylitol, sour cream, and lemon juice and lemon zest. Or you can do lime juice and lime zest, and the end result will be the same. It tastes like lemon meringue pie. I'm not joking. And then you mix it up. Oh god, it's so. Or you can mix it in with honey if you don't want to use like a xylitol or I don't know. I got this new sweetener. It's really good. It's supposed to be 0 calories, so that makes me happy. And it doesn't mess with your teeth, so even better. I don't do sugar. 0 sugar. Let's see, xylitol, honey, or this new. I don't even really like stevia. It's really bitter. Yuck. And that's the main thing that they use now as a sweetener. They're trying to move to stevia, but it's so bitter. And so maybe they need to use less, or I don't know. It's nasty. But see, that's a weird thing. It's no different than salt. It just has a different effect on the ends of the taste buds. And its biological effects too, because that matters. The biological, whether or not it impacts your blood sugar levels, depends on what's processing it. Man, I'm tired of this hair. I love my hair so much. And that's probably why it's all messed up, because somebody doesn't like me. Boo friggity hoo. It'll be alright, people. If you hate on me, you'll get over it. There's no reason. Why would you want to waste your time doing that crap? You focus so much on hating people that you can't even focus on being happy for yourself. How asinine. Just get over it. Whatever it is. Because you ain't got time for that shit, honestly. And neither do I. I honestly do not have time for it. Because that's just being a bad person. And there ain't no point in that. You better start paying attention to your family. And yourself. And quit worrying about other people. Nurture your family and yourself. Don't hand them a bunch of crap. That's what happens. You start handing people a bunch of crap, and they get all. It's like the government. It's like the government handing you stuff. Oh, here, let's give you a little money. Let's give you a little kickback to stimulate the economy. You mean you want to give us this money so we'll spend it in your economy, your capitalistic. You'll give it back to us is basically. I'm gonna give you this money and you're gonna go out there and spend it on crap that I made so I get it back. Plus taxes on you making the money, on you taking the money and spending it, then you do sales tax and all that bullshit, everybody's getting their cut. And you getting a plastic piece of shit that probably is going to kill you. Yay, you. It's so sad and tragic. What a tragic fucking existence. Pardon my F-bomb. I'm trying to get that under control. But I'm a grown-ass man. Woman. Whatever. I'm sick of your labels, too. Person. I don't even like that one. I am belligerent. I am against the whole, just all of it. What does that make me? That can't make me anti-social. Yeah. Actually, I'm anti-ism. And I'm kind of tired of the democracy, the illusion of democracy. I like the genocracy. I do no harm. All I do is try to help other people. So I'm digging my genocracy, and I'll be sticking to it. Do no harm. The beginning. That's it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go make some yummy cheesecake. Too bad it can't be the good kind. Soon enough. I want to make some. I already ate some chili. It was yummy. Man, it's good. Man, it's good. It's hot too. Spicy. Spicy hot. I want to go look at the children. I would chill in there if I could. Once I get my permanent grow room installed, I could go chill in there with them. But you can't stay in too long anyway because of the CO2. You'll die. You understand? See, they suffocate us. Okay, see, trees breathe what? CO2. You breathe out carbon dioxide. It's your fault that carbon dioxide is so much because you think you've got to mow down all the trees and build shit with them. You can't take that plastic garbage that you freaking constructed out of nothing that does not naturally occur. You can just make some freaking houses out of that. You gotta take what is breathing and making it where you can breathe. Oxygen. You mow that shit down. So in like places like Joplin and anywhere else that gets hit by some cataclysmic shit like tornadoes and hurricanes, wipes the shit clean, and you gotta rebuild it with what? Trees and plastic shit. So now you mow down all the trees and ain't nothing breathing what? The CO2. Then what happens? Algae blooms all over the place. Everything starts turning green with nothing but not trees because they take a long freaking time to grow. So now we gotta figure something out because that's the only way you're gonna get rid of CO2. And CO2 is bad for you. It will kill you. You'll suffocate. You can't be in a high CO2 for very long. Y'all need to wake the fuck up. Stop buying shit with real wood. because otherwise you part of the problem. And I know this house is just all real wood, and you know what? I wouldn't trade it for nothing. But that's also something I'm living in, like a tree. Okay? If something needs, if it gets decimated, I wouldn't replace it that way. You can't replace it. It's an 1800s house. You can't replace it. You just can't. So what I'm saying is people need to stop being, I mean, you're fixing to find out you're going to have to be mobile. Extremely mobile. You're going to be working. It's going to be China. It's going to be like China. See, now it's fixing to be China people wanting to live over here, and then they're industrializing and automating everything, like automotive industry and stuff like that. So they're already taking your jobs for robots. You got to worry about your robot, not no Mexicans, not no Hondurans, none of those people down there. They ain't taking your job. The jobs they're taking, you too good for. That's below you. You're an American. You don't do lawn work unless you a low man on the totem pole. So what I'm saying is most jobs are gonna they're gonna put in with a robot. So you're worried about the wrong thing. I assure you. You're definitely worried about the wrong thing. You better worry about yourself being healthy and the least dependent on the system as possible, and have all kinds of backup plans. And you're going to have a really good mind. You're going to have to be logical about stuff. You can't be illogical. You can't act illogical. You can't speak illogically. I mean, it's just going to be that. It's already there. It's just like a matter of time. It's like every day the page unfolds closer and closer to what's going to happen. And I've been right too many times for, I'm not worried about it. And that's what I've been doing. Everything that's just really out of my control, I sit and I actually state out loud, I relinquish the responsibility for caring for the end result. Because you completely release, you don't have any responsibility for it. So why worry about it, think about it, any of it? There's nothing you're doing. There's nothing you can do for that outside crap. Stop. Just don't even give it any of your attention, because by giving it attention, it gives it power, then it exists and it manifests, and that's what they're worried about. The more you get distracted from their dumb shit and you don't give it your attention, they won't keep putting money to it, advertising and whatever. They are stressed. I mean, they're like really like pounding it in, trying to keep this construct in reality. They're struggling bad. They're struggling really bad. They're failing miserably, because nobody believes the bullshit anymore. And they've named everything. NASA, NOAA. They've named everything just specifically based on the stories, to give credibility to what's going to happen. In the days of Noah, who's to say that we're not talking about the same? We've already been to this freaking movie. It just keeps unfolding and unfolding and unfolding, and shit just keeps happening over and over again. And we're hoping for a different result, but capitalism, there is no other result. It's going to be failure every freaking time. And it's like, when are these people going to figure it out? You cannot coexist. You can't. No. The game is up. This game is up. It's about to come to an end. And I mean, it's going to be, man, it's just going to be like, I can't wait. I'm going to kick back, give me some popcorn, some kind of yummy snack, some fruit bowl or something, I don't know. And I'm going to watch this shit unfold at a distance. Because nobody, especially not this nobody, wants to have anything to do with that crap. It's asinine. It's a waste of your life. You only have so many years, and they're shortening it at every turn. They're trying to. Your water, your food, your air. There's nothing else. Your water, your food, your air, your brain, your mind, your body. They're poisoning it all. Oh, I need to be sexier. Oh, I need to be prettier. Oh, I need to be hair free. Oh, I need to be whiter. My teeth need to be. Oh, my skin needs to be darker. My makeup needs to be brighter. I need to be. I mean, just really. And so it is. It's just you're just paying more with your life, your skin, your body. And yes, I do have some makeup on. That's just so I don't look like the Crypt Keeper. Okay, maybe I don't want to look like the Crypt Keeper. But I counter it with diet and stuff that removes toxins from my body. Known for fact, heavy metal removal. Okay. So, and yes, I know how to do it properly. No, I'm not going to mess up. Anyway, I've had enough of this. I need to go make cheesecake. It's going to be good. I'll take a picture. This is Facebook. No, this is not Facebook. Yeah, it's probably too brutal for most people. Especially when I'm talking about Facebook. Like, you don't have anything better to do than sit on that shit all day. Now, I used to do it, but I weaned myself off. And that's a lesson. And that's a hard lesson. Like, how could you really... Like, can you imagine what your life would be like if you didn't have Facebook? I mean, really? What was life like without Facebook? Do you even remember? I don't remember. I did more after Facebook happened. The dry lips. Even though the humidity's pretty high. Okay, I'm done with this. Love, love.